The Minnesota Chippers are on pace to give up a professional football record 100 sacks. That's not a joke. Desperate to protect Folk tonight, will Minnesota find mercy from the charging Dakota Rhinos, led by the Fisters up front? Both Vegas and Albuquerque are 2-2 through 4 weeks of the season, hoping to get above 500 tonight. They're both chasing Salt Lake, who plays tonight in primetime in the Canyon Division. And the Phoenix Skyhawks might be the most on-fire team in the UFL. El Paso's at the other end of that spectrum, looking for a spark to ignite their season tonight in their first road test of 2025. All that and more will be decided tonight, right here in the Virtual Zone. Week 5 concludes this evening. Sit back and enjoy the glory of 3 times the football as 90 minutes of UFL action starts now. I'm UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine, and we've got a new feature tonight we're testing called Yugo, essentially UFL Bingo. And we don't have all features live tonight, particularly the numbers being shown on the screen of what has been called already, but we're looking for touchdown yardage, field goal yardage, and points on the scoreboard. Essentially a 3 or a 7 might end up being a free space for you on your card. There's 30 cards to be claimed tonight. The link is available in the UFL Discord channel to subscribers only. You've got your ID on hand, so let us know once you feel like you might have a bingo. We've got some blockage there. There we go. Phoenix and El Paso now showing for you here on Gamenight. Forgive me for that graphical error. We start in Minnesota. Kane Vasquez has his Yugo card ready. Think outside the box is here. Jesse Fretz is here, hoping that both Southwest teams lose tonight as Joe Tillo takes off and runs, and he has a first down. But Minnesota and Dakota is where we start tonight, both in the North Division of the Great West Conference. Minnesota has really struggled, so right now they're on a 3rd down and 9 here to start, and Doug Falk is going to hit a receiver down the field and then a face mask on top of it at the 46-yard line. So Minnesota into Dakota territory on that opening possession. Jesse Fritz, yes, you have to wait for the extra point try before scoring the number. Of course, if the extra point is missed, then the number prior to the extra point will count. But we'll keep track of it all for us as best you can. And hey, maybe in the chat you can help us out just in case we miss a couple of things. Minnesota trying to get that run game going this week. The team elected essentially to try and boost the run game and make themselves, more of a rushing offense here tonight to try to protect Doug Falk rather than trying to double or triple down on figuring out why in the heck they've been giving up so many sacks. So far, so good for Minnesota. Falk's pass is complete. He's 2 for 2 for 28 yards. Joe Tillo trying to get across the 50 and cannot. And for Vegas, it's Frank Stearns, the quarterback, connecting on his first pass for 15 yards. That's Ethan Flowers flexing and moving the chains for the Devils here tonight. On 3rd down and 1, Minnesota has a first down. And Joe Tillo fires into traffic. That's incomplete. So El Paso, who totally reworked their defensive philosophy here tonight coming into this game, trying to get their first win, gets off the field. You know, we studied El Paso's defensive philosophies this week while making coaching adjustments, and they just had so many plays with only 1 and 2 down linemen, not their identity, and they won't be playing as much of that here tonight, trying to give themselves a chance against the Phoenix Skyhawks, who have won 3 straight and have looked fantastic doing it. Minnesota is closest to scoring position right now at the Dakota 22-yard line. We have no scores on the board, so no bingo numbers have been called. And that pass is intercepted on Elliott Pope Jr.'s first throw of the night. That's a big play in the Phoenix game, as that is to Michael Terrell with the interception. We seem to be having some technical difficulties on our Minnesota-Dakota feed. So we're going to Phoenix now with our audio. And it looks like that's all worked out now, so let's go back to Minnesota. First and goal from the 5. They'll hand it off. That's a 3-yard loss. Minnesota hoping to put our first points up of the night. So remember, if they score from here, that's an 8-yard touchdown. You would get the number 8. If they kick the field goal from here, it'd be 25. You'd get the number 25. Okay, Phoenix on a little jet pass from right to left gets 8 yards. That's Joe Tillo's first reception in 4 tries. Stearns and the Vegas Devils drive stalls, and then this punt is airmailed to the 21-yard line, and that's where Albuquerque will start with the football. Second down and goal at the 8-yard line as Falk goes play action. That pass is caught, and it's a score. Touchdown, Minnesota. So the number 8 is your first number on your bingo card that can be claimed. The number 8 is off the board with an 8-yard touchdown for Minnesota, and that's the fullback, Aaron Brooks, who a couple of weeks back got some boost to try to be more involved in the game plan. Doug Falk and the Minnesota Chippers off to a great start. An opening drive touchdown against the Dakota Rhinos, and they take a 6-0 advantage. So if the extra point is good, you can mark off 7 on your bingo card, and if the extra point is blocked, you would mark off the 6 off your bingo card. Blocked or missed, I should say. Tillo has Phoenix almost into the red zone. The extra point is good, so the number 7 has hit on your bingo cards. So 7 and 8 off the board. And depending upon the card you got, you may not have 7 or 8. There's 51 potential numbers, 1 through 50, and then obviously 50 plus. Joe Tillo's pass is incomplete, so it's a 4th down for Phoenix. So here comes a field goal for the Phoenix Skyhawks to try to get on the board. Dennis Tolbert just updated us in the SFL community on his condition. Says, hanging in there, folks. May have to have surgery tomorrow. We'll be tuning in as I can. So prayers, thoughts to Dennis Tolbert out there as he tries to get healthy. This is a 38-yard field goal for Phoenix, as Albuquerque's going to have to punt off of their opening drive. Phoenix's kick is good, so 38 has hit on your bingo sheet. 7, 8, 38 are our first numbers tonight. All right, Dakota down 7-0, as surprisingly the Minnesota Chippers get the ball rolling. The Rhinos have a completion for 28 yards on Billy Flagg's first catch, or first pass. That is Mike Coco with the reception for Dakota. And that will set up a first down. Mike Coco this season, 6 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown in 3 games with a long of 23. So I think that was his longest reception of the season there. And El Paso, after throwing an interception on that first possession, will try to get the offense moving. This is Frank Stearns with the completion. He's up to 35 yards on 3 of 4. Lorenzo Snow is dropped for a 2-yard loss on his first carry. Minnesota's come out swinging. Randy Tremaine, unclaimed linebacker, with the hit in the backfield, along with a teammate. Stephon Forge in the chat. Let's go, D. Get devilish. We're just getting started tonight. Salt Lake hosts San Diego in a battle of 3-1 teams. Colin Northrup, Eric Vincent on that call. Coming up at 8:30 p.m. Eastern right here on the Virtual Football Network. Jack Nitro, 6 early carries for just 14 yards for Vegas as they try to establish that run game. Billy Flagg's off to a 2-for-2 start, and El Paso's pass, I believe, is going to be ruled incomplete, out of bounds. That's TJ Horn Jr. with the reception on second down for Dakota. Stearns tried to squeeze it in there, but it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Devils. Billy Flagg on a 3rd down and 4 will fire it down the field, and that is broken up and incomplete. So Minnesota is going to get a stop on their opening drive. And forgive me, we're not in the red zone. 3rd and 10s on both games at the bottom of the screen. First, it's Vegas. Stearns all day to throw. Fires it short of the sticks. And Elliott Pope Jr. does not. First down at the 49-yard line. His first completion goes for 24 yards. That pass was reeled in by unclaimed wide receiver 1, Darren Holcomb. El Paso, despite their winless record, a lot of talent out there. And Ethan Flowers had to play. Oh, no, actually, Albuquerque got the interception. That pass was picked off. I thought Ethan Flowers knocked it away, but that is going to go down as an interception for Albuquerque. So Frank Stearns throws a pick. And it's the Atomics defense with the stop. Now Elliott Pope Jr. connects down the field to the 32-yard line. First down for El Paso. They're moving the football. That's Holcomb again. And Tolbert hit as he throws. A deep shot is incomplete, but almost hauled in about the 11-yard line. That was a pretty great throw from Dennis Tolbert under duress. Now Doug Falk back to throw and is sacked at the 1. Here we go again. O'Neal with the takedown for Dakota. 2nd and 20 back at the 1, and it's the Rhinos' first sack of the night, the 26th sack that Minnesota has given up. So it's any points on the scoreboard, Skip. So right now the numbers that have hit are 7, 8, 38, and 3 with that Phoenix field goal. So 3 has also hit. 7, 8, 3, and 38 are your numbers that have hit. This is a nice cut by Douglas Brown. Gets out to about the 4-yard line. Hey, it's a new, we're testing out a new game tonight, so it's okay to be confused. We're all getting used to things and getting used to tracking them as well here on the broadcast. Again, tonight, as El Paso's in the red zone here, so look out for that. We don't have any live on-screen bingo features tonight. That comes a little bit later as Elliott Pope Jr., his pass is incomplete. Essentially, that is part of the paid service that we would be paying for, but we're just testing things out tonight with the free version of the game as Albuquerque gets... I think that was dropped by Labrador. It's 2nd down and goal at the 7. Minnesota's punting from inside their own 10. Handoff to James for El Paso. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal. Now the Desperados have really struggled in the red zone. 2 touchdowns on just 10 trips so far this season. They're trying to take a first quarter lead right now against the Phoenix Skyhawks. Elliott Pope Jr. is sacked on a blitz right up the middle, back at the 9-yard line. So a field goal is going to get another bingo number to hit. This is a deep shot from Tolbert. It's way out of the back of the end zone. Incomplete. And Lorenzo Snow once again brought down for a TFL. Minnesota's run defense has been excellent so far tonight. That's correct, Brett. So this is a 26-yard field goal for El Paso looking to hit. And that 26-yarder for El Paso is good. 3, 7, 8, 36, and 38, or 26, excuse me, and 38. Oh, golly, I'm a terrible bingo caller, aren't I? Why don't I start again? 3, 7, 8, 26, and 38 are the numbers that have hit so far. El Paso ends up getting 3 points on the board as their red zone offense continues to struggle. They wanted to focus on their defense this week. They're all tied at 3 with 3:52 to go in the first. Now this is Albuquerque kicking a field goal. This is from 40 yards away, and the Atomics field goal is up and good. So 40 is also off the board, and Albuquerque has your first points in New Mexico tonight, 3-0 over Vegas. Billy Flagg deep down the field, caught Dakota down to the Minnesota 31-yard line. Billy's now 3 for 4 for 60 yards. And look who it is again, Mike Coco, with his second catch so far tonight. He has been Flagg's favorite target. And let's go now to back to audio from Minnesota. Billy Flagg's going to go empty here on 1st and 10. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. As Flagg's pass is caught to the 25. Tarrant gets the carry for Phoenix. And Frank Stearns coming back out there for the first time since he threw that interception. 3 for 6 for 35 yards so far in the game. Albuquerque with an early 3-0 lead. Hand off to Snow. He's got a lot of space. Dakota's in the red zone down to the 11-yard line. Joe Tillo's got a first down. Skylar Vavase, he might be my favorite player that is unclaimed at tight end. That guy does it all for Phoenix. Has been a big-time difference maker. Second down and 6 for Vegas, and actually a pretty nice job to turn around and get that first down. I think that's Battle with his second grab for 22 yards. Dakota's in the red zone at the 11-yard line. Billy Flagg's pass is caught but out of bounds at the 8. They'll run through some lineups there. First down for Phoenix. That pass is complete. Eric Vincent talking about geriatrics at the church down the street. That's so funny. Look, we're trying to modernize bingo tonight. We're make bingo cool again. Stearns to throw on 2nd and 5, got the first down for Vegas. 2nd down and 7 at the 8 for Dakota. Billy Flagg checks it down. That is incomplete. And remember, 8 is already hit. So for the bingo players out there, that wouldn't do anything for you. 3rd down and 7 coming up. Wildcat from Vegas, but Albuquerque all over it. And then on 3rd down and 8, Tillo's pass is again incomplete. Chris Andrews barking at a desperado. 4th down and 8 coming up. This is back in the end zone and almost caught. Wow, Billy Flagg almost completed a miraculous ball to TJ Horn Jr. in the back of the end zone. But Dakota will have to settle for 3 points on the field goal. That's the end of the first quarter in Albuquerque, and right now it's the Atomics on their way to 3-2. They lead Vegas 3-0. And Horn took a helmet to the arm there to jar the ball loose. Excellent punt from Phoenix. That ball is down at the 6. This is a 24-yard field goal for Dakota. 24-yard kick is up and good. And Vegas now down to the Albuquerque 22-yard line. 106 yards. That's White, the tight end, with the reception. So 24 is now a number you can cross off of your card. Robert Henson, 8 is no good because 8 already happened. So if you do have 8, you can go ahead and mark that as well. It's a 17-yard catch for the unclaimed tight end Dylan White for Vegas. Elliott Pope, deep shot, and nobody home. Off to a 4 for 8 start for 68 yards. And Vegas is now in the red zone, so we're going to go there. First trip for Vegas in the red zone today. Jack Nitro, 9 carries for 30 yards. We'll see if Vegas can get on the board here. Hand off, Nitro. Nitro buried, a 3-yard loss. Will set up a 3rd down and 8. Vegas has tried to establish the run, but Walters and the rest of that defense, led by Brick Novocaine, not having it. Elliott Pope Jr. from out of his end zone, and it's dropped. 4th and 10. El Paso has to kick from deep. Deep shot, Doug Falk, and that pass is caught. How about Doug Falk, 6 for 6 for 90 yards here in the early going. 3rd down and 8 at the 20 for Vegas. Stearns fires, caught, and trying to get in the end zone and will not do it. Down at the 1-yard line, 3 different Atomics converge on Battle. What a goal line stand from Albuquerque. Vegas this week in their game plan, revamping their red zone offense. So they want to see touchdowns, not field goals or turnovers in the red zone tonight. They're down to the 1-yard line. A potential 1-yard touchdown at play for Vegas. First down and goal. Handoff up the middle. Jack Nitro, touchdown. Vegas. The number 1 is available to be knocked off of your bingo cards as Dalton Brown now just 7 yards on his first 7 carries as we see the run there. Actually, that's not Nitro. It was Cunningham, a touchdown vulture on the 1-yard line for Vegas, but they do take the lead. Field goal for Vegas is up and good, 7-3. Again, 6 is not a number that can be marked off because the extra point was good. 7, which was already called earlier tonight, can be marked off. 11-play, 75-yard drive. Deep ball from Tillo, but he way overshot his intended receiver. Joe Tillo is off to a 4-for-11 start here at the end of the first quarter. That is not necessarily what we were expecting tonight out of him. So Vegas gets the touchdown. Let's see. This is going to be a 52-yard field goal for Phoenix. A 52-yard field goal, and that is low and did not stand a chance. So El Paso gets a stop. That's the end of the first quarter, and 50-plus cannot be marked off of your Yugo cards. Minnesota is driving again. 2nd down and 8 at the 31-yard line as Doug Falk takes off on a read option, breaks a tackle, and then just manages not to get the first down. It'll bring up 3rd down and short for Minnesota. Tolbert, play fake, now hands it off. That's Denham with a few yards, 5 to be exact on the play. 11:30 to go in the first half for El Paso. They are tied with Phoenix at 3, hanging in there with the Skyhawks, who have won 3 straight. But that's not going to do it. Loss of 4 on the outside as the Skyhawks were all over that. Nice dump off on a 2nd and 5 for Albuquerque's offense. That's Bo Braxton with the catch and the first down for the Atomics. Well, Denham, I guess. D-E-N-H-A-M. Unclaimed. Running back 1 from Albuquerque is Denham takes the pass. That pass to the end zone is incomplete. Minnesota is in the red zone. El Paso stuck at the 50. 3rd down and 14 for the Desperados. 2nd down for Minnesota at the 20-yard line. Play fake. Doug Falk will take off and run. 20, 15, down to the 14-yard line. That'll set up a 3rd down and 5 for Minnesota. Up 7-3 on Dakota. Tolbert delivers, and a broken tackle down to the 32-yard line, or I should say a defender juked. Austin Labrador with the catch for Albuquerque and a first down. 3rd down and 5 for the Chippers, and it's short of the stick. So 4th down and 3 coming up. El Paso's drive stalls out. They're going to have to punt. And Minnesota's going to take the points. This would be a 29-yard field goal. 29-yard field goal for Minnesota. That kick is good. And 29 can now be marked off your Yugo cards. With that Chippers field goal, they go up 10-3 over Dakota. Meanwhile, in Albuquerque, Vegas gets yet another sack to their name. Unclaimed defensive end Mark Evans with the sack. It's Vegas's 26th sack of this young season. They have more sacks than anyone else in the UFL. Evans, one of the best on this defense, has now 6 sacks on the campaign, trailing just Darius Alves, who has 7.5.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Tone, fellas, let's set a tone.
All right, let's see. Phoenix is on their own 20. Let's go back to New Mexico. Down 7-3. Tolbert trying to lead the troops down the field. Dennis Tolbert all day to throw. Has to get rid of it, and sacked again. Muses with the sack this time for Vegas, and the Devils' defensive line continues to feast this season. Tillo has to take the check down. El Paso's new look defense tonight is playing strong. Phoenix will have to punt it away. think outside the box. Fans will be able to play Yugo once we are done with our testing phase. We hope to be able to launch next week. But tonight we're just testing the product, so it's subscriber only. But yeah, we would love to get fans involved as well. And then you can apply your bingo winnings to your favorite team. All about the viewers here on the Virtual Football Network and here in the UFL as Vegas will start from their own 31-yard line. El Paso will start from their own 39-yard line. And Dakota is starting from their own 24-yard line as Billy Flagg takes off and runs. He has a lot of space. A lot of space. Billy Flagg, 29 yards to the Minnesota 47-yard line. Oh, there goes Jack Nitro. Big play alert, Jack Nitro. This would be a 50-plus yard touchdown. 69 to be exact, but 50-plus on your Yugo card. Jack Nitro, what a run. Gets the score, makes it 13-3 Vegas over Albuquerque. Billy Flagg takes off and runs again. Third down and 4 for Elliott Pope Jr. and the Desperados. He's going to take off and run. Elliott Pope Jr.'s got a lot of space all the way down to the Phoenix 30-yard line. So a big play alert there. Vegas's extra point is good, so 14 is off the board. 14 is the next number to be called here for Yugo. Third down and 5 for Dakota. They are on the other side of the 50. 5:25 to go in the first half. 10-3 Minnesota over Dakota. Flagg dropping a pass, fires. That pass is caught by Horn down to the 31-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Rhinos. Their drive continues. Minnesota is your big surprise right now. 6.5-point dogs at home, but leading Dakota 10-3. And a nice throw from Billy as the pressure was barreling down on him. El Paso driving, but got called for a penalty just then, so 1st and 15 coming up. Cain Vasquez needs a 9 or a 21 for a bingo. Those are two pretty good numbers right there. Looks like Robert may have a similar card or needing similar numbers. 1st and 10 for Dakota as TJ Horn Jr. makes another reception. By the way, if you're watching here tonight and you're just like, oh my gosh, enough with the Yugo talk. The idea is during a regular broadcast, we would have the numbers on the screen and we would just continue to update the numbers as they are called as Flagg takes a sack. That way it won't completely disrupt the broadcast. But hey, we're running through tests tonight. It's just one of almost 70 game nights here throughout the UFL 2025 season. Elliott Pope Jr. on a 3rd down and 15 going deep. He's got a man. That pass is caught at the 12. El Paso's in the red zone. Man, these Desperados, they're looking better tonight. That's unclaimed tight end Eric Grammer. And Tarkington Jr. is dropped in the backfield for a loss of 3. Chris Phillips leads the way on this Devils defense at corner. 2nd and 18 after Flagg was brought down in the backfield. They're handed off to Lorenzo Snow, the 13th. He's up to 20 yards on 7 carries. Huge 3rd and 9 coming up for Dakota down 7. Elliott Pope Jr.'s in the red zone. That pass is caught for a score. That's 12. 12 off the board. Touchdown, El Paso. Beautiful screen to Denham. And did he get the first down? No, it's 4th and inches. Flagg fires. That pass is incomplete. El Paso gets a red zone touchdown, only their 3rd of the season, for a 12-yard score. And it looks like Dakota's kicking a 38-yard field goal. 38 has already hit. That kick is good. 10-6. Minnesota still with the lead. And Albuquerque, after coming up just short off that screen, has to punt the football away. Downs Vegas at the 11. The extra point for El Paso is good. Remember, 9 does not count The extra point does, so 10 is off the board. 40 has been called, Jesse. Play fake. Stearns fires down the field. That is caught to the 29-yard line. First down for Battle and the Devils. All right, El Paso's out of the red zone. They have a lead. Minnesota has a lead. The two teams combined have one win between the two of them, and Vegas trying to put together another solid offensive drive. You know, it was Albuquerque 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. It's been all Vegas here in the second quarter. Stearns flips that out. He is now 10 of 13 for a $118. That's Flowers with the reception. Phoenix a bit ho-hum tonight at home, and they are really trying to get the run game going, but Dalton and Ross have combined for 9 yards on 9 carries, and that was Malachi Pfister with the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Play fake, Doug Falk, the blitz is picked up, and the open receiver is gunning down the field. That is a 75-yard score, touchdown Minnesota. With the slow clap, Donnie Allegheny. With the score for Minnesota. How about the Chippers tonight? And that is Allegheny's first UFL touchdown. It goes for 75 yards. Minnesota's only allowed 1 sack tonight, and they're up 10 on Dakota. Joe Tillo, deep shot, got a receiver. That's Vivase, of course it is. Down to the El Paso 33-yard line. And the extra point will hit 17. Minnesota's kick is good, so 50-plus was already called. 17 has now hit. Minnesota up 11. A 75-yard touchdown from Falk. That is his long of the season. Previously, there goes Jack Nitro again down the sideline. Previously, Doug Falk's long for the season was just 39. That one goes for nearly double. Phoenix is in the red zone. That's Chris Andrews with the catch. As the Skyhawks try to get things moving, Tillo was 4 of 11 in the first quarter. He is 5 for 5 here in the second quarter. 31st offensive play for Vegas in the first half as they're coming down to the end of the first half. Stearns looking, and Stearns is going to be sacked. A loss of 11. Harris with the takedown. We have some serious surprises going on around the league right now. Phoenix 13 yards away from pay dirt. Tillo in the pistol. Hands it off to Terriant inside the 10, down to the 5, and into the end zone for the score. 13 hits, Terriant's in the end zone, and Phoenix is a point away from tying the ball game. Billy Flagg starts the drive for Dakota. Not much there. They're going to hit the 2-minute warning. Vegas has 45 seconds and all 3 timeouts. Stearns trying to set up a screen. He does. Nitro cannot get away. And a timeout call by Vegas, their first of the half. Extra point for Phoenix is good. 10 is already hit. 4:16 to go. 4 plays, 75-yard drive for the Skyhawks. Now Billy Flagg fires down the field. That is caught. A pickup of 16. Flagg 9 of 13 for 108 yards in the first half. And TJ Horn Jr. has been extremely active in this matchup. Stearns all day to throw, needs to get rid of it, finally does, airing it out deep. The pass in the back of the end zone is incomplete. And Billy Flagg throws an interception. Minnesota with a pick. McFadden with the interception. The Chippers having their best first half of the season. And Frank, did Stearns throw another pick? That pass was deflected and actually caught. That's twice that I've missed an Albuquerque interception. Or no, they said it was dropped. Okay, so the pass was incomplete. It did hit the ground. This is a 57-yard field goal for Vegas, and he drills it. What a kick by Vegas's unclaimed kicker, Zach Martin, 57 yards, and he had room to spare. That might just be the longest field goal. We got to check that. Longest field goal was 58. There goes Dakota. Big play, Dakota. There's a flag. This would be from 49 yards out. It's a block in the back on Trey Montgomery, and it wipes away the touchdown. But nevertheless, a major run there from Dakota's Horn, or Dakota Snow, rather. Now Billy Flagg from the 23-yard line, a minute to go. He takes a sack. 13-yard loss. Boyd brings him down. Unclaimed champ Boyd with the sack out of field goal range. And a timeout now for Albuquerque, who gets the ball back after that 57-yard score. They have 2 timeouts, 21 seconds left. Elliott Pope Jr. and the Desperados are tied with Phoenix at 10 with under 3 to play.
Ready up. Check. 59.
Here we go.
Get it.
Billy Flagg, deep shot into the red zone, caught. 2nd and 22. What an absolutely beautiful throw from Billy Flagg. El Paso's got a punt. Just can't get the offense moving. 1 timeout left for Albuquerque. 16 seconds left, so 1 more play in the field of play for Tolbert. Tolbert's going deep middle. The pass is caught at the 34-yard line. Oh, Vegas had Bo Braxton. What a catch, and Albuquerque's going to get a shot at points before the half. Billy Flagg in the end zone from the 11. Pass caught by Horn. Touchdown. Touchdown, Dakota. They're right back in this thing. 11 has hit. And Tony Horn Jr. has had a half to remember. Dakota now down just 5. 51-yard field goal for Albuquerque just before the half. Oh, it doinked off the crossbar. No good. Oh, how unfortunate. Extra point is good for Dakota. 13 had already hit. And we've hit the half in Albuquerque, where Vegas outscored the Atomics 17-0 in the second quarter. 124 passing yards, 122 rushing yards for Vegas. We've hit the 2-minute warning in Phoenix. Let's go to Phoenix with audio here. Boy, Minnesota Dakota has been a fun first half. You wouldn't have thought it with the Chippers being heavy underdogs at home, but they've only given up 1 sack in this first half and have been playing pretty well. $44 viewers on Game Night tonight. We also saw Back to Bragg on the VFN Twitch. He said, oh, we doing this on Twitch too? Yes, we sure are. We hope everybody out there is having a good night tonight. 11 did just hit, Al Ingram. .144 left. El Paso's going to get the ball back, tied at 10. Elliott Pope Jr., 12 of 20 for 132 yards. A touchdown and a pick here in the first half.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Tyler Falk from Doug Falk. That's good. 11 of 13 for Doug Falk to start this ball game. Tyler's got 3 grabs. There's still 27 seconds left in that first half, and actually that route gets to the sticks and out of bounds, so Minnesota can save their timeouts. Vegas outgained Albuquerque in the first half, 246-100. As Tolbert looks for a clean pocket, dumps it off on a check down. This is a ball from Elliott Pope Jr. for a first down to the Phoenix 27-yard line. That is Eric Grammer, the unclaimed tight end, with the catch. 79 yards on 4 grabs for Grammer. Here to start tonight. It's going to be third down for the Atomics coming up, 3rd and 2. 22 seconds left for Minnesota. They have 2 timeouts remaining as they try to get back into scoring position. Doug Falk's pass is complete. And a broken tackle down the sideline, down to the 21-yard line. Timeout Minnesota with 14 seconds to play. The Chippers putting another offensive drive together. And we got to go there. El Paso is also near the red zone. Hand off to James, now also in the red zone. Actually, El Paso's first into the red zone. All right, Minnesota, one more play in the field to play. Unless they can get out of bounds, it's just a check down, and it's not going to do much. So Minnesota will use their final timeout to bring the field goal unit on to kick a field goal just before the end of the half. And Albuquerque's punter, once again a difference maker, pins Vegas all the way down to the 8-yard line. 1:03 to go. Elliott Pope Jr. is in the red zone, going to take off and run, and then runs into oncoming traffic. 2nd and 14 coming up. It would be a 36-yard field goal for Minnesota. 36-yard field goal. That is up and good just before the break. And then Minnesota now with 20 on the board, so 20 has also hit. And Minnesota has a 20-13 lead. Stearns just gets rid of it before getting a safety, and Battle on the other end of that reception. Stearns is 14 of 18 for 160. Elliott Pope Jr.'s got a penalty marker in the backfield, and that's going to be a hold. This is our main point of contention right now. That hold is going to push El Paso back. Elliott Pope Jr.'s ball throw goes into the dirt. 13 of 24 in the first half, but the Desperados still tied. Stearns on his first possession of the second half is dealing. Dylan White with the grab for Vegas, right back into Albuquerque territory. Pope Jr. and again is inaccurate with the football, so El Paso's going to have to boot a field goal before the break. Alex Neely, the bingo cards are available in the UFL Updates channel of the UFL Discord server. 46-yard kick for El Paso is good. And you can mark 46 off your cards. So again, Alex Neely in the UFL Updates channel of the UFL Discord server. That's where you can get a bingo card and start playing with us. Got a lot of numbers already called tonight, but no claimed bingos so far, and multiple people can win a bingo per night. Frank Stearns down the field. Vegas is in the red zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Glidden with the catch. And Vegas, for the 3rd consecutive game, just on fire on the road. At home, they are 0-2 and have yet to score a touchdown. 9 points they're probably the most bizarre team in terms of home and away records to start the season. We'll see Billy Flagg flinging it to Mike Coco yet again. And Albuquerque has just had no answer for this Vegas offense today. Phoenix has the ball again. 19 seconds, 3 timeouts. They're still not done with the first half there. We're tracking it all for you right now as Vegas is in the red zone. That pass is caught over the middle to Nitro down to the 6-yard line. Billy Flagg takes off again, 47 yards on 3 carries. Oh, an interception for El Paso off of the deflection. Joe Tillo just arm punted down the field. Look at this tip again. You see the big Skyhawk Jumbotron. That ball knocked up in the air, looking for Chris Andrews, and it's actually picked off. Heads up play there by James Joyner. This is Frank Stearns for the pass and score. Touchdown, Ethan Flowers. Vegas has opened it up against Albuquerque, 23-3. And the number 6 has now hit, since that was a 6-yard touchdown. El Paso runs out the first half, so that's the end of the first half in Phoenix. It's the Desperados up 13-10. All right, let's send our audio to Minnesota, where Dakota's got the football down 7. Vegas also, 24 is already hit. 24-3, 8-play, 93-yard drive for Vegas. 6:37 to go in the third quarter. And it's the Devils all over the Atomics, and you really can't put your finger on anything that Albuquerque has done wrong today, at least offensively, but they only have a field goal, but defensively, they just cannot stop the Devils right now. Dakota's got a 2nd down and 7. That's our pressure point. Hand off, Lorenzo Snow, the 13th. Running through some scores so far here in Week 5. Austin got their first win of the season. That's what El Paso's trying to do tonight. Washington unable to do that. Florida unable to do that, losing to Washington 17-13, another heartbreaker for the winless Sharks. What seems like forever ago at the start of the week, Los Angeles clobbering Denver 51-3. That was ugly. First down and 10 here for Billy Flagg and the rest of the Dakota Rhinos offense. That run picks up 6. That was Snow, the 13th. Dallas all over Cleveland this week, 45-13. Outscored the Bandits 24-0 in the second half. Cincinnati wins dramatically by 2 at Portland to remain undefeated. Oh, great run from Denham. There's a flag down. This is Snow on the carry. He's going to get inside the 10. Red zone opportunity for Dakota. 52 yards on 11 carries now for Snow. And a penalty marker on Vegas will help give Albuquerque a first down. Chicago got their first win of the season this week. They beat Fresno 38-21. Oh, Pope Jr.'s pass is intercepted. Pass picked off by the Skyhawks coverage as Billy Flagg rockets one over the middle. He's lucky that one was not intercepted. Just his 6th incompletion of the night. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Rhinos. Pope Jr. was looking for Holcomb, and Adam Watts steps inside and takes it away. Little end around to Tarkington Jr. Got Albuquerque near the first down. They're now at the Vegas 36. This has been their best opportunity to score in a while. 3rd down and 10 for Dakota from the 10-yard line. They can get the first down at just inside the 1. Billy Flagg going to take off and run. Billy Flagg, touchdown! Dakota's an extra point away from tying the game. What a ball game in the Great Northwest tonight. Joe Tillo trying to get the Skyhawks offense moving. He does just that. Best name in the league, still unclaimed, Hakeem Manu Maluna with his third catch. And the Skyhawks are in El Paso territory. This ball from Tolbert into tight coverage is incomplete. Just waiting for merch to drop, says Kane Vasquez. Oh, man, it's going to look so beautiful, I'm telling you. 56-yard field goal for Albuquerque, almost blocked. Did he run into the punter or run into the kicker? No, but the kick is no good. Albuquerque doinked one off the left crossbar. Whoa, that was close. At the end of the first half, and this one comes up a little short and obviously affected by the incoming pressure. Boy, it doesn't matter if it's defense or special teams. Vegas is going to apply some pressure on you. There's Nitro's updated numbers. Remember, he had a 69-yard touchdown run on the opening drive. Or not in the opening drive. In the opening half, 14 carries for 126 yards. Doug Falk, play fake, has some time. It's caught for a first down to Tyler Falk. And El Paso got the stop, so, man, the Desperados with the football again, up 3. Dark Angel City 12 asking, has one been called? Yes, one has been called. As Jack Nitro gets a first down to the Albuquerque 39-yard line. 353 yards of offense for Vegas through 2.5 quarters and change. Dalton Brown breaking off of a tackle, but still just cannot get moving on the ground game. Big 3rd down and 7 for Minnesota. False start for El Paso deep in their territory. That is unfortunate. Now backed up to 3rd down and 8 for Pope Jr. Minnesota Dakota tied at 20. 3rd down and 7 for Falk. Doug Falk staying upright, just got rid of it as he threw, and the pass is caught on a check down. That's Ross with the reception. Doug Falk is 17 for 19 in this game, and Minnesota continues to move the sticks. Okay, Alex Neely and Dark Angel City looking like they both have card 20. Now, when the game is official, no one will have an identical card. But here on test night, it is possible for people to have a card. So let's take a look. Bingo card 20. Let's see. Where is your bingo, guys? What row or column or diagonal line do you have as Vegas is in the red zone? I could analyze it all, but I don't want to look away from the screen too long. You know, game night is a furious place. Dalton Brown juking and jiving and getting the first down. His best run of the night has Minnesota down to the Dakota 31-yard line. Red zone for Vegas, and Stearns drops it off. That pass is caught at the 8. And by the way, during the official game of bingo, I'll actually be able to call the numbers myself in the system, and I'll be able to immediately see if you have a bingo or not. But tonight it's a little light. That pass is caught. That is Battle, and look at Las Vegas up 30-3. I believe that was, can someone help me out? I believe that was an 8-yard touchdown from Vegas. Wow. The Devils are absolutely pouring it on. And the extra point is good. 31 has now hit for Vegas, 31-3. It was an 8-play, 54-yard drive for Vegas.
Ready? 60 or.
Tarrant has Phoenix into the red zone, down 3. Yep, and 8 had already hit tonight, so nothing there. Okay, so the O row for Alex Neely, 48. No, we have not hit 48. We've hit 38. That is not a bingo. Doug Falk's pass is complete, but on 3rd down and 11, not much there, so Minnesota's going to have to kick the field goal. TMG Jr., what's your bingo card? All right, we'll take a look at that. This is a 46-yard field goal for Minnesota to take the lead. That kick is good. 46 is already hit. But Minnesota has a 23-20 advantage on Dakota right now. Bingo card 12, and just tonight, T-Roy, you'll have to tell me where your bingo is located. End of the 3rd quarter in Albuquerque, and Vegas is smoking them. This is a 33-yard field goal for Phoenix as they come up empty on their half empty on their red zone trip. That kick is good. And if I just said 33, which I believe I did, that is a new number on your card. .229 to go in the 3rd quarter. And let's see, that is Tolbert winging it down the sideline. The receiver's out of bounds. Jaguar Jackson, no carries tonight for Dakota. That's kind of a surprise.
Here we go. 8-3.
Let's see, we've got Albuquerque with a 1st down across the 50. They're going to be our closest team to scoring position here at the start of the 4th quarter. All right, I've got Y down on 12, 17, 7, 46, 31, and 20. T-Roy Gaines, that is a bingo. Billy Flagg is plastered in the backfield. Saint with a sack for Phoenix makes it 2nd down and 17, and Albuquerque already in no huddle here earlier. Don B, which I believe is Homer J. Deep shot from Billy Flagg here. Hold everything. That is overthrown. Don's got bingo card 10. And he's got middle column down 23, 29. 23 has not hit. 23 has not hit. No bingo. Let's see, what do we got? We got, let's go to, well, there was a fumble in the Phoenix game. El Paso coughed it up. Pope Jr. was on the run and lost the football on his way down, but look at the lineman, heads-up play to recover that fumble and keep the drive alive for El Paso. Doug Falk is 19 of 22, and Minnesota's got the football back, up 3. Deep shot, Albuquerque, that pass is caught. Finally, the Atomics able to get things moving. That was a 57-yard bomb from Tolbert. Wow. And just like that, Albuquerque finally able to get into the end zone. Dalton Brown's got another 1st down for Minnesota as that 3rd quarter ticks away. Minnie has 23 now. Yes, you are correct. Okay. My bad. 23, 29, 38, 1, and 40. That's a bingo. These are all for +5 boosts tonight. You can put those in general chat. Just tag me with your winnings, and I'll pin them to the channel. And nice heads up by the chat, recognizing the 23 hits with that Minnesota field goal. So we've had 2 bingos now, Don B and T. Roy Gaines so far tonight. This could be a big winnings night because any bingo can hit, diagonal, up, down. Call it appreciation for you participating here tonight in our game. And listen, guys, we're all about engagement right now. We've got nearly 50 people watching on game night. Does Yugo work? Is it fun? Is it engaging? Does it help keep you interested in what's going on here tonight? I know many of you would be here regardless, but hey, you know, it's always good to get some boosts. As Doug Falk's pass is incomplete on 3rd down and 5. I'm trying to balance Yugo with all the great action here around the league, as if it wasn't already hard enough to call 3 games at once, but it's all about you guys. 2:30 still to go in the 3rd quarter, and Phoenix and El Paso are still tied. El Paso has done the job on Tarrant, just 26 yards on 11 carries. Dakota's defense does the job against Minnesota and will field a punt from the 10 and get up to the 18. Rhinos still trailing by 3. Hand off to Nitro. Man, Albuquerque cannot stop him. 18 for 166. Nitro is 19 yards away from setting a UFL record for rushing yards in a game. This is the 51st offensive play for Vegas. As Tillo's pass is caught by Vivase, breaking 2 tackles, touchdown Phoenix! Big play alert in Arizona as the Skyhawks are flying into the lead. Somebody claim this guy. Skylar Vivase breaks 2 tackles. Meanwhile, Tony Horn still making grabs for Dakota tonight. Gets Dakota to about the 50-yard line. Vivase this season, unclaimed, now has 4 touchdowns and over 300 yards receiving in 4 games. One of the best pass catchers in the league, and he plays tight end. Whoa, Jack Knight, that is a Cunningham, got flipped over his own lineman in the Vegas game. That was wild to see. Billy Flagg again out to Horn. How many? Flagg's got 16 completions, and Horn has 9 of them for 93 yards. Dark City Angels calling for a bingo for 20, card 20, 21. Is 21? El Paso returns over the 25-yard line. Vegas is in position. Let's take our audio there. Actually, let's take our audio to Minnesota. I'll check that bingo in a minute. 4th down and 1. Dakota is going for it. Down 3. Billy Flagg straight back. Fires out. It's knocked away. Minnesota takes over with 9:04 to play. And the Vegas field goal is good. That's from 48. And that, well, that is a new one. So 48 has hit tonight. Minnesota back up 3 with 9 minutes to go and the football. Yeah, 21 has not hit. Neither is 22. Don't bluff a bingo again, or you're done. as Bailey would say. Falk's pass is caught to Allegheny over the middle. 3rd down and 5. 6 catches for 96 yards. Good night for Allegheny and a touchdown. 20-13 Phoenix, 34-10 Vegas, and 23-20 Minnesota. As we are almost to all 3 games being in the 4th quarter here on game night. Pass from Doug, caught by Tyler. 1st down Minnesota to the 44-yard line of Dakota. Sorry, Robert. Let's see. Cain Vasquez thinks he has a bingo with his card.
Ready up.
58, Mike. I'm scared.
Kilgannon, yeah, I love that Impractical Jokers episode. Let's see first what Doug Falk can do on the play action. That pass is caught. Still, by my count, just 1 sack for Dakota tonight. The Fisters have been surprisingly quiet. For tonight, Don, no, let's not count it. I don't have an easy way to track your card tonight, so I can track 1 bingo pretty easily, but with multiple bingos, I would need to see it to feel comfortable to confirm it. So we're just going to do 1 bingo per person tonight in the event that it hits. Minnesota's back in the red zone. Let's get to Cain Vasquez's if we can quickly, as Albuquerque is near the red zone. Bottom row, 48, 29, 1, 11, and 14. Cain Vasquez, that is a successful bingo. You can claim your +5 in general chat. That's our 3rd bingo of the night. We also won't be extending bingo into prime time, I think, tonight. I don't think, just because there might be some new viewers that are now trying to catch up on all the numbers they have missed, yada yada. We don't want to get into that. Tolbert's pass is caught, so Albuquerque's now in the red zone. El Paso finds themselves down 7 and needing some defense. Minnesota is in the red zone, 2nd down and 12. And that is a Falk-to-Falk connection down to the 8-yard line. 3rd down and 1 for Minnesota. Monster play here for Dakota.
On the double.
50. Let's go, D. Man left. 4 down. Check.
Tolbert on 2nd down gets sacked. Doug Falk's pass almost intercepted. Oh, man, Dakota could have had it. Now an interesting decision for Minnesota on 4th and 1, up 3. Albuquerque playing out the stretch here, trying to get another score. Got it. Touchdown, Albuquerque. And oh, y'all are going to hate me, but I missed from where that was at. The field goal for Minnesota is good. So that gives them 26 on the board, and I believe that was a 19-yard field goal by Minnesota. Now things are getting a little complicated with a lot going on as the games come down to stretch. Maybe we got to put a pause on things at the start of the 4th quarter or something here on game night. It's a test night. But either way, that's an amazing catch. Austin Labrador from Dennis Tolbert. So Albuquerque not going away, but it's just not enough time. DJ, it's impossible to kick a 12-yard field goal. Are you saying that the ball was on the 12-yard line? That would be a 22-yard field goal. 2-point conversion for Albuquerque. That's good. So that means that 18 would hit. It's just a 2-score game over there. 18 hits. Thanks to that successful 2-point conversion, and Albuquerque's not out of this thing. 5.5 to go. Oh, it was a 12-yard Albuquerque touchdown. Okay, 12's already hit. Thanks, chat. Deep shot, and it's almost caught. I think that was Horn again that was the intended receiver. 3rd down and 10 for Dakota.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh.
They're running it.
Joe Tillo trying to drive Phoenix, and that drive's going to stall out. Billy Flagg on 3rd down and 10. He is 3 yards short of a first down. Dakota is down 6 with 5:10 to go. What are they going to do? But they're at their own 32-yard line. So they're going to punt, play defense. And Albuquerque cannot stop Jack Nitro. He's up to 196. That is a UFL record. And Phoenix just missed a field goal. So El Paso's right back in this thing with 7 minutes left. Doug Falk trying to put away the Dakota Rhinos. He's had a fantastic night. Only sacked once, I think. QC Supreme, we love you. Thank you, my friend. Mr. Churchill, I apologize. You are correct. I'll check card 15 for you. Thank you for the reminder. Play fake from Stearns. Pope Jr. takes off. Stearns, not really a runner, but he gets close to the sticks. And Dakota gets the stop. It's going to be a big 3rd down. Okay, bingo card 15, middle row, horizontal, 14, 23, 46, 48, and 29. Yep, that's a bingo, Mr. Churchill. +5 boost. Ping me in general. I'll pin it. Get it applied. That ball is caught from Stearns down to the 27-yard line. Timeout Albuquerque. Vegas will not quit. 3rd down and 10. Can Dakota get off the field? Screen pass. That is short of the sticks. Doug Falk's 26 completion, but Minnesota comes up a little bit short, and Phoenix has an interception with 6 to go. Beasley with the pick. Unclaimed free safety, Jared Beasley with the interception. Stearns still rocketing passes for Vegas as Albuquerque's extinguishing their timeouts. El Paso, it felt like they had this game, but once again, Phoenix's defense in the 4th quarter steps up and makes a monumental play. Deep kick from Minnesota. Dakota's going to have the ball at their own 24-yard line. A touchdown would win it with 2:57 to play. Jack Nitro. What a night for Nitro. He's up over 200. Your first ever 200-plus rusher in a UFL game. And now Albuquerque's out of timeouts. Billy Flagg trying to get loose. Gets a block. Billy Flagg punching his way to the 41-yard line. He's got 81 yards on 6 carries. .240 and counting for Dakota. Vegas is in the red zone. Handoff. Nitro stuffed at the 10. And Flagg's pass goes out of bounds and stops the clock. El Paso's defense going to have to come up with a big stand. First down for Phoenix. 2nd and 12 for Billy Flagg. And his pass over the middle. Who else? Tony Horn. He's up to 10 grabs. What's the UFL record?
Hurry. Hey, watch that. Check right. 2.
12 is the UFL record. Deep shot, picked off Minnesota. Unclaimed corner, Tyson Anderson, touchdown for Vegas. That's Battle, that was from 10 yards out. And the Devils have a 40-burger. Billy Flagg intercepted at the 31-yard line. Looking for Mike Coco, who's gone quiet in the second half. And now Vegas with an extra point would get to 41. And 41 has hit. Minnesota with the football back again, up 6 with 2 minutes to go. Actually, Dakota calls a timeout with 2:02 left, trying to get the football back. Vegas this week opted to boost their wide receivers 2, 3, and their tight end. I'd say that was effective. Their red zone remake has been effective. Vegas on their way to 3-2, just a half game behind Salt Lake. Cheering for San Diego tonight. Tillo's pass, way overthrown. Doug Falk gets sacked, I think, for only the second time this season, and that was one of the Fisters. I believe it was Mordecai. Joe Tillo almost threw a pick.
Check, lucky.
4th down and 1, look at Phoenix. They are going for it, up 7. 4th and 1 at the El Paso 44. Tillo's pass is out of bounds. El Paso is going to take over. And Dakota gets a stop with 1 timeout to spare. Vegas with a pick. That's unclaimed corner Marcus Walters getting both feet in bounds. Wowzer, let's just put all 3 screens with a big play alert. All right, we got to go to the team that is trailing with the football. We have 2 of them right now. That is El Paso and Dakota, both on the road, trailing. We're going to try to go back and forth here. As Stearns takes off and runs. That pass for Dakota caught at the 32, 1:38 to go. 2nd and 4, down 7. El Paso, deep shot down the field. It could not be hauled in. 3rd down and 4 for the Desperados, down 7. 2nd and 6 for Dakota, down 6. 1:20 left. Flags, pass, caught. Down to the 47-yard line, 1:16 to go. Time for the cam. You never know what's going to happen next. Here on game night, 3:37 to go for El Paso. They're down just 7. Dakota has 1 timeout left. They'll save it for the final seconds to reset things. Billy Flagg over the middle. The pass is caught down to the 23-yard line. That one hauled in by Watson. And El Paso's going to punt. Well, they do have all 3 timeouts, but the punt is shanked off the punter's foot, and Phoenix is going to get the ball at their own 34-yard line. Now Dakota's in the red zone, 35 seconds left. Minnesota holding on for dear life. That was Snow's 4th catch. 10-second runoff. Dakota will have maybe time for 1 more play in the field of play before they call their last timeout. Flagg looking. Nobody open, takes off and runs, slides down to the 13-yard line. 10-second run up. They'll call their timeout with 5 seconds left and set up for maybe 1 final play to try and win this game down 6 points. It's a final in Albuquerque. Vegas surprisingly clobbers that Atomics 41-18. Albuquerque falls to 2-3. Vegas is 3-2, and more importantly, 3-0 on the road. Here we go. 3rd down and 2 with 5 seconds left for Dakota at the Minnesota 14-yard line. This is Flagg. Back to pass. Fires end zone. Overshot his intended target, but now there's 2 seconds left. My oh my, we're seeing stars right now. He had Horn open. Just overshot him. El Paso getting desperate now. calling timeouts. They need something. Dakota, 2 seconds left. Final play of the game. Billy Flagg's pass is caught. No time left. Dakota has won it if they hit the extra point. Let's hold on, everyone. Let's hold a second. If they hit the extra point, Dakota's going to win as time expires. Billy Flagg to Tony Horn Jr. He's been electric all night long. Uncoverable. Oh, my goodness, Dakota. Extra point for the win for Dakota is good. What a 2-minute drive. Dakota wins the game and still has just one loss on the season. Minnesota so much better tonight. What a gut punch. Wow. Billy Flagg, 283 in the win. And 27 is a new number that hits. Two-minute warning. El Paso has one timeout. They still have a slim shot here. What a win by Dakota over Minnesota, and your heart goes out to the Minnesota Chippers, who played a much better brand of football tonight, but it was just not enough. And on the last possible opportunity, BK Solberg looking for that bingo. ID card 24. We're running out of time here on game night. We got to get it to Colin and Eric for prime time. G column 7, 36, 27, 13, and 8. Bingo for BK Solberg. Plus 5 boosts. Put it in general chat. I'll pin it. With 1:48 left, El Paso has no timeouts. And barring some kind of miracle, it looks like Phoenix is going to take this win. El Paso's offense in the second half just kind of fell asleep. They just did not make the plays they needed to.
Let's go. 30 base.
52 viewers here on game night to end the night, and I would say our bingo test tonight, or Yugo test, was an overall success. Let us know if you enjoyed this. No Yugo tonight during prime time. This was just our test broadcast, but we hope to bring Yugo back for game night and prime time next week, and we'll have specific ways to hit bingos. So not just any slide will hit a bingo next week, but you can see how the game goes and how the game flows, and I think we got some pretty good results tonight. We hope you enjoyed yourself out there. The El Paso Phoenix game is winding down. El Paso could not get off the field after punting it away and playing defense. It just wasn't in the cards tonight, and while Phoenix did not play their best game, they have won 4 in a row. They win tonight 20-13 over El Paso, and unfortunately, the Desperados and Sharks are still winless so far this season. Yugo stress. Oh my goodness, we want it to hurt. Your final scores tonight here on game night. Dakota wins on the final play of regulation on a touchdown pass from Billy Flagg to Tony Horn Jr., 27-26 over Minnesota. Vegas handles Albuquerque 41-18. They are now 3-2. And El Paso loses another heartbreaker, this time to Phoenix 20-13. The Skyhawks have won 4 in a row. From all of us here on game night, please stay tuned to UFL Primetime. San Diego and Salt Lake, a battle of 2 3-1 teams. Colin Northrup and Eric Vincent on that call. From all of us here at Game Night and the UFL, I'm UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine saying good night. We'll see you shortly, right back here on VFN.